do.
No,
I can't.
Maybe move the chair a little bit. I can
Well, I don't really care at all, to be perfectly honest. I don't even know what I look like. I can't see shit. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, thanks, bud.
Welcome to another episode. Tap your mic. Oh, perfect. Wow.
Two-manner?
Two man in a blue.
Where's Will at?
He's at a surprise birthday party.
He's playing washers all night?
He did come and get the washers game. Your sister got it, cleaned it.
Cleaned it?
Then he came to pick it up.
Why would you clean it?
That's what I said. She didn't really clean it, by the way. She wanted to wash off the rust from the pieces, but...
Is that how rust works? You just wash it off?
I said, you got to put it in CLR. She goes, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, of course. It's a fucking game of... It's washers.
But you can still, like, wash it off. People are coming to get it. They want to play. Like, I would expect that people wash it off if I was fucking...
If I was playing washers and they were dirty, I would look at them in a completely different fucking light. I'd probably never talk to them again, actually.
I can't believe these rusty washers are dirty.
I also look at people differently if they have washers in general. It's like coming from a person who grew up having them.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he needed them washed. I doubt he asked, to be honest with you, but
There's no fucking way. Well, I don't know. Maybe Hope did.
what have you been up to? What did you spend your money on? It's been 2 weeks.
Well, I bought... what did I spend my money on? Not much, man. Like, nothing exciting, nothing worth talking about. I did buy some Armor All today and some fucking shop rags.
Are you trading your truck in?
I want to. I'm getting to the point where I was cleaning it up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just to see, well, first of all, I needed to. My backseat was a fucking nightmare. I can't believe I let it get that bad. It was a big buildup. I had a week, man. I had a moment, dude, where I was like, okay, it's time to go back to ground zero and start from scratch, build myself up again. Like, I'm talking a bad moment.
Why?
At work. I was like, I haven't had a fucking actual
You were gonna quit the profession?
No, nothing like that. But it was like a classic, like, I've been doing this for a while now, and I haven't had like a day where I fucking snapped ever, and I fucking snapped. Like, it was like it was such a stupid thing too. Like, it was just like the littlest thing just sent me right over the edge.
What happened? We can talk about it.
Yeah. Like, it was just like a delivery came, and like I was already having it.
Oh, you told me this. I love it. Yeah, I like this story though. Go ahead.
But I was like, it was just like a delivery came. But I was like, the shit I'm doing right now is like, it's tedious enough, and it's just it's frustrating. It's like a Renault. You're fighting against everything, right? So it's just a bitch of a job, but it's whatever. It's fine. But and then just like other shit in my life is like, it's stress buildup, right? So it's just like one of those things. And like on top of that, I'm driving around, my truck's a fucking mess and everything. Like, there's just everything I'm doing is I'm working against myself, really. Like, I'm slipping hard, right? So I was like, all right, cool.
Living in the slip.
Hard, right? Like, big time.
Okay.
And so this delivery comes, and I'm the only one out there getting it. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Just getting it. And then like the delivery driver, he's an old guy, right? But today I didn't give a fuck. That day I didn't give a shit how old he was. Like, his job is to fucking drive it. And then we tell him, we're like, okay, you mind moving it over here? He's like, well, I don't know, man. Like,
what is he driving when you say delivery truck?
Like a box, like a moving vehicle.
Okay.
Like maybe a step up, like an F450.
He's not grabbing like a Home Depot tow motor to drop a couple skids off.
No. Fuck.
Okay.
He's got a pump truck.
Okay.
And like, it's just like, we're not doing that much shit. Like, he's got like a lift on the truck if we need it. But we don't fucking need it. But it was just a pretty routine fucking thing. And then like he goes, yo, you mind getting up there and getting it out for me? I'm like, I asked you to move, you didn't. Now you're asking me to get up in the truck and do your job. I'm like, normally if it was just a normal day, I would have been like, yeah, whatever, man, I don't fucking care. But today was not the fucking day, I guess. And like, that was not.
This was today or a couple days ago?
This was
2 days ago, right?
Was it Thursday?
Pretty sure it was Wednesday.
No, it was Wednesday.
Because you came to drop off a chair.
Right, yeah. It was Wednesday.
Okay.
And then so like I had to get like there was pipe getting dropped off too. So there was like a bunch of 1/2-inch pipe. There was like 3 bundles of that. And then so I got all that off, and like the other kid came and helped me out. So he grabbed some of those, and then there was 3/4, but like they come in like 100 foot. So they're 10 foot lengths, and there's 100 feet. So there's 10 pipes in it.
Right.
And they're wrapped up. Usually they're in like a nice, like organized fucking bundle. They're easy to move. This one, both bundles were just fucking broken open. The guy just looks at me. He just goes, yeah, that's just how it was. That's just how it came. I'm just like looking at him. I'm like, oh yeah? Like, fuck, I guess I'll just go fuck myself, eh? And he's just sitting there looking at me like 1,000 yards. Like, he doesn't care.
By the way, when he says that, he's basically blaming another guy who's in your position.
Yeah.
Not an electrician, but like the guy who's loading the truck on the other end, blaming him for the
Nothing's
shortcoming.
this guy's fault.
Yeah.
Nothing's his fault.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there.
That's
I'm like,
why he's driving the delivery truck.
I'm like, and then like not only to mention like all the pipes were like scattered throughout. Like there was a bunch of other deliveries for other companies in there. So there's thousands of feet of pipe, right? So much pipe. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. I'm like, I'm looking. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man? And like, just like I said, if it was just a normal day, I would have been like, whatever. I wouldn't have cared, right?
Nice.
I started fucking just launching it out, fucking just like, oh, dude. And I was just like, it was just like it was just like the mood I was in, right? Just like everything, just complete, like 1,000% agitated, right? Like nothing I could do.
How old's the guy?
Oh, he's like late. He's like 60.
Perfect.
Right? Like the guy, like, you know what I mean? Like normally I wouldn't have given a
Established.
fuck. I would have absolutely fucking helped the guy, right? Without any, like it was just the attitude I had at that particular moment in time. I was just not having it. I didn't like say nothing to the guy or anything, but like my body language was very fucking aggressive. And I'm just like throwing this fucking pipe and it was all just a fucking mess. I pick it up. I just picked, like, it was 200 feet, just picked it up. So 2 bundles, whatever. Like, with 2 bundles, normally, if they're done well, it's fine. Not a problem.
Yeah.
But you pick it up, I'm fucking walking down, like, because he parked far away, so I had to walk all the way fucking down
What's
the parking
he
lot.
got him bundled with? Like, has he got
They're usually, it's like a tape.
steel
kind of.
banding? Or
No.
no?
Just like, it's like tape. But like, it's all like I'm walking down. I see it in the shadow. The 2 fucking like makeshift bundles I had are like spreading out like this.
I hate
fucking
that.
walk.
You're trying to hold it together.
Oh yeah, there's like
Yeah,
super expensive cars in the parking lot and shit. I was like, I'm gonna hit one of these fucking things. I just get around the corner and I just fucking threw it all to the ground. Fucking just such a huge noise. Bang, bang, bang. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. I'm like, whatever, fuck it. Like, don't care. You guys are like, you all right, man? I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, clearly I'm not all right. But then after I fucking like threw it and like had the slight tantrum, I was fine.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I just like after that day, like everyone was like making fun of me at lunch and like rightfully so because it was like it's fucking hilarious. Like truthfully, it's funny.
That's a good place to work if someone can make fun of you at lunch for
Oh
something.
yeah,
Happened,
well man, I came in laughing because I knew I fucking had the you know the peak moment.
Yeah.
And then like I just driving home, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go home and make something healthy to eat. I gotta go like fucking go right. I can't be fucking.
Why the healthy food?
Well, that's a great place to start if you're in a fucking hurting spot.
You think you're gonna roll it back up the hill there with
With the diet?
couple chicken and rice plates?
No,
or what?
I did the salmon.
Salmon.
And I made sure to put tons of veggies in there and salmon, couscous.
Okay, this is a little we're a little far afield here, but from the original story. But are you back at the gym? You're not going back. You're push-ups only now.
Yeah.
You're the Andrew Tate jail workout.
Sure.
1,000 push-ups a month.
If you want to call, I don't.
I
Really
guess,
like
I don't know.
calling
What
it
else do you
that.
call it?
I don't know, just push-ups and
Huh,
chin-ups.
okay.
But no, I'm not going back to the gym. Gym didn't make me happy. When we were going, I didn't enjoy it at all. I didn't mind going with you and like lifting weights.
But the workout itself, you're just like, nah.
Yeah, and just I don't like the gym. I don't enjoy it anymore. I've done it. I think I overkilled it. I don't get anything out of it when I go there. Cause like I don't know. I just like fuck that, man. But yeah, so I went home and like I was just thinking too. I was like, man, it's hilarious how much. And like I've been doing this for a bit too. Like I know I've been in a bad spot. Like man, like I'm fucking off really, right? So I was like, all right. I did the whole like deep clean my fucking room and fucking did all that shit and then like started from there and then I'm like I got to go home and eat clean and do all this stuff and just like do this small like foundational shit to like get yourself on an upward trajectory.
Sure, yeah.
So I just doing that and I'm like, all right. I went home and I ate like a super healthy meal, made myself like lunch for the next day, and I was just immediately like, oh fuck, okay, nice.
You're back in the zone.
But yeah, exactly, just like bang, just like that, and then like today, just washed my truck, cleaned it out. That's what I bought. I bought Armor All and fucking shop rags.
This is an interesting path to go down. The internal reset following some kind of problem in your professional or I guess personal life.
Well, just build up, right, over time. I think everybody, it's just the pressures of life, right? Everybody fucking deals with it.
You don't strike me as the kind of guy who has like an internal reset process. Honestly, I don't have one either. I don't have like a set thing. I kind of just, it sounds like you kind of start with something I know that I need to do and haven't been doing.
Yeah.
It's laundry for me a lot of the time.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
And or like folding it, putting it all away,
Instead of
getting
living
your
out of the
shit
hamper
organized,
for a month
right?
at a time. Yeah.
Because I've been living in like chaos in my right, like in my own world. I'm like, my room was fucked. My desk was shitty. Like, shit's just scattered. It's not organized. And like some people, like I think fucking Einstein's desk was fucked.
You sure about that?
Well, his desk was fucked. Like,
Was
apparently, yeah, but he doesn't. He didn't care because he was fucked, right?
I mean, the guy's a bit of an
he's out of
eccentric.
he's completely neurotic, completely out of his fucking mind. Super genius.
Tuned in.
Can't really. Yeah, I don't think he has time to organize his desk. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not. First of all, I mean, the fact that I'm saying I'm not Einstein, like, yeah, you think, but I'm pretty close.
Many people were curious before the show.
Yeah. Sometimes when I wake up, my hair looks like that, but
I'm not sure what people think about this whole, like, you know, having a problem at work and then trying to figure out how to fix it. You see on Twitter a lot, and Instagram. On the show account, I get fed sometimes these self-help pages when I'm putting up our reels. And oftentimes it's like a young man, woman, 20 to 25, let's say, basically the Jordan Peterson method, make your bed. There's a lot of people who hate that guy because he, you know, has political stances or leans a certain way politically. But there's something to that whole make your bed thing.
I do it every day.
I think, right?
I make my bed every day, but it's not because he told me to.
No, it's just a good...
It's a good start.
Well, we talked about this before, about how, you know, when you're playing a sport on a weekend, a win in your sport will take you to the gym, will take you to a good dinner, will take you to confidence at the bar, at the party. Before you know it, you're just rolling downhill. The bed thing is like the first win you get in the day.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially like you make it, you don't really think anything of it. Then you come home.
So easy.
And your bed's made.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. Now.
Yeah.
It's such like a stupid, trivial thing, but it like makes a world of difference. Like even I cleaned my truck out today, like wiped the dash.
Yeah.
And it's been like months, man.
I got to do that in my car.
And I was just like sitting there. When I was getting my hockey gear, because I got a game tonight, I'm like downstairs. I'm like, nice. I get to go sit in my truck right now. And I'm like excited to do it. Like, you know, I got home, like I did a whole bunch of shit today. And then I was like, I was just rolling, right? Like I helped my dad out. I dropped those chairs off. I went and helped my aunt out. And I'm like, I'm rolling. It was sunny out. I was in a good mood. I'm like, oh, fuck, why would I stop?
Secret sauce there.
The sun?
The sun.
Yeah, huge.
Something to be said
huge,
about that.
Man,
yeah,
huge.
Yeah.
Right? And like,
do you change the way you listen, your listening habits on the radio? Or I'm calling it the radio, boomer moment. But do you change what you listen to in the car when the sun comes out? I was just saying to my buddy Len today, we were recording another podcast this morning, that we record Fridays at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said to him, I know it's turning to spring because I find myself reaching for Spotify instead of for Pocket Casts in the morning when I'm driving to work. Yeah. I want music. Yeah. I don't want like just information.
Yep. Yeah, no, in the
that's
winter,
like my personal Groundhog Day.
For sure. Yeah, I get it. Because, like, yeah, like, it's also, like, different for me, like, morning versus coming home from work. My music choices are typically different.
Yeah.
Not always, but, like, for the most part, yeah. Like, I'm going in, it's, like, depending on the mood I'm in the morning. Like, if I'm fired up or I'm like not in a good mood or whatever, I'm like, fuck, I'll usually probably put on music to suit that. And like, as opposed
like
to
what?
like,
You got to give me a couple of examples now.
I don't know, something heavier.
Don't leave people hanging.
Fucking
Our
hard.
hundreds of
like,
listeners.
It's hard
don't
to
leave them
explain.
hanging.
Like Chevelle, Alice in Chains.
Chevelle.
Fucking,
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like anything that's like, you know, like I don't like fucking like heavy metal, like thrash metal. No, that's too much. I can't. My brain doesn't enjoy it.
Don't you have like a workout rock list? Like I have an emo workout list.
No, I don't do that. I just listen to whatever. Like music at the gym. I never had playlists. I always just, because I felt like it would make things very rigid.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like you just listen to the same thing. You start your workout.
It does.
It's the same song.
It does. You're right.
And you just kind of go through, and then you hit a certain point in the play. You never breach that. You're like, oh, that's this point time now. And like I didn't like it, so I just kind of listen to whatever I want.
Something to that.
That's just how I am anyway. But yeah, like, and then like when I'm coming home, it's like, fuck, because we saw the Book of Mormon a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
First of all, fucking hilarious.
It's the wrong camera. That's your camera.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at yours
Yeah,
because
that's
when
your
I'm looking
camera.
at it, it's funny as hell. If you get a chance to go see it, I was fucking dying. Like you saw it, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude!
The South Park guys are geniuses.
That was the biggest throw off moment. Like I knew it was it was Trey Parker. Is that
Matt Stone and Trey Parker?
But I think
Trey Stone and Matt Parker.
Trey Parker. I think he did the Book of Mormon. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of does, but whatever.
They're geniuses.
Oh my god, man! Yeah. Like because it was like the very beginning of the show. They did like a fucking like it was like a voice dub over. And I'm sitting there like, that's the South Park voice right there. I'm like, is this whole show gonna be dubbed over in like South Park voices?
Not
and shit?
but it could be.
Oh my god,
could be.
Man, like there was a point in the show, like it was near the end where I like the song ended and I was laughing so fucking hard that I almost had to like take myself out of the show
That's
because I was laughing. So I was like covering my face, like wiping tears, laughing, like trying so hard not to fucking laugh. And like I'm sitting beside Kenzie and she's just fucking giggling.
Yeah,
the whole,
she's
and
probably
it
having
was
a
making
time.
me laugh way harder.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so
The whole
unbelievable.
theater is full of people. The best part about that musical, I think, is that there's people who go to musicals. At least this was the case when we went. The only time that I went, but one of the 3 or 4 your sister's gone, where people are there expecting the same experience they get
Every
going to see
time.
Mamma Mia or, you know, Wicked or whatever the case is. And they get there and it's, first of all, a way different musical.
Super offensive.
Okay? And second of all, it's a way different crowd.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like essentially a comedy crowd, right? Like
not a lot of
it
people
was
are overlapping
fucking
between
great.
that and like Phantom of the Opera.
It was
not
great.
a ton of overlap there. So the experience is different. And like, in regular musicals, in between songs, in between acts, in between scenes, everyone is pretty quiet because they want to follow the story. And so you need that kind of end and beginning to have a clean break. You don't get a clean break unless you can hear what's going on and see what's going on. So generally the theater is pretty quiet after the applause. In South Park or Book of Mormon, it's nothing like that. It's a gong
Everyone's
show
howling.
the entire 2 hours.
Everyone's laughing.
Yeah, it never
man.
stops.
It was great. Like I was like, it was funny. Will and I had the same because I got like Will had to sit by himself because they fucked up. They didn't buy
Didn't
tickets.
Will go with his mom?
Yeah, but him and Jane weren't even sitting beside each other. No. It was hilarious. We're like, what the fuck? They fucked up because I guess like they didn't want tickets, but they did want tickets.
Man.
But and there was a third party
That's right.
involved. That
Kenzie
fucked
told me
them
that
over,
actually.
right?
Yeah, it was a problem.
So they're sitting by themselves, but it was like, all right, we kind of felt bad for them. I wish they were sitting with us because it would have been way better for them.
For sure.
But yeah, we had like the same. Like I remember when I first got there, I was like, "Fuck, what am I doing here? I don't want to be at a musical." And then it like started, and then like I was like, "All right, fine. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna pay attention to the show and whatever." And then it started, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like right away, I was like, "This is fucking hilarious."
It's great. It's
right,
great.
like from the first song, like right away, you're like, "Oh my god, okay, I'm in." Like you're just sold right away, and then it gets like into the actual like heart of the story, and it is
man.
fucking so funny, man. So yeah, I've been listening to that on my way home from work.
Yeah, your
because
sister was
it's
saying you've been
hilarious,
listening to the
man.
musical soundtrack.
Yeah,
way out of character for you.
I'm super out of character,
Yeah,
man. But it's like I'm sitting there like because now I know the storyline, right? Like I was trying to tell Steph about it. Like I'm like I remember like I think the
She's
night
never
of.
seen it.
No, I don't.
Wow.
So I told her the night of, like when we were kind of like I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm putting it on and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly because when Kenzie first saw it, she's like showing me songs. And like, I'm like, I get it. It's like a funny song, but I don't understand the joke. Like, I don't get the context of the song. I don't understand anything. But now that I do, it's fucking so funny, man. So I've just been like, and I'm driving home. I'm fucking laughing so hard every time. And on top of that, it's super good.
Yeah.
Like super talented, right? Like I'm like, all right. So I like that kind of shit, right? Like if it's like people are so beyond talented, but they use their abilities for like satire. I love that.
Who did the? I mean, I'm asking the wrong guy because you won't know this. Your sister would probably know, and probably looked. I want to know who played certain roles in the musical and what else they're doing or what else they've done.
I don't.
Right?
Well, they're all fucking unbelievably talented.
Because that's never the first thing they do, right? So what else have they done? Are these guys like understudies for I don't know, what's a Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat or something like that? Another great musical, by the way. I'm not biased because of my name. It's a gem. Go, 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 go. Everyone loves that musical.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Since I was a kid.
I've seen it twice.
I think I've seen it twice too. School trips.
Exactly. Yeah, you go once when you're in like grade 7 and again when you're in like grade 9 or 10. The Catholic School Board, everything but creative when it comes to field trips.
Yeah, just Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat again. Hey, Theater Aquarius, right on. Let's go.
Not tons of Roman Catholic themed musicals out there these days. So you can imagine we're not going to see Book of Mormon anytime soon.
Oh, that would be classic.
But like, I don't know what these guys are doing, and you don't often see this in other disciplines. People who are so good at what they do and yet do opposite ends of the spectrum, right?
Yeah, but I think it's like I
how
know
many
what you're
guys
saying.
who play for the Globetrotters go on to play in the NBA?
None.
You don't see this kind of thing anywhere else. I say that. I don't know if that's actually true.
I think it's kind of different because I'm pretty sure that musical won a ton of awards, like tons of awards.
Well, it's critically
like it was
acclaimed, for
very
sure.
good, right? Like it's just like like you said, it's a different crowd of
Yeah.
people, but that's like the beauty of it because it would get people that normally are not going to see a fucking musical to go see a musical. Like I had a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked everything about it, like the singing, the fucking dancing, like But the best part about it was like it was so over the top and exaggerated.
It's
And, like
insane.
all the guys were like super gay. It was so great, man. It was awesome. I mean, this is hilarious.
That's right. The main character is gay, isn't he?
No.
Or one of them is gay and doesn't know, or something
one of
like
the
that?
missionaries is, but he turns it off.
That's right. That's right.
My heterosexual side just won.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
It's so funny, man. And like they're all like dancing, like super feminine. It's so fucking funny, man. Like it's great. It's so good. Like it's such. Like I can't recommend it more. But like I've been listening to that. Especially when I'm coming home, like fucking, it's like sunny out, and it puts me in a good mood because it's a classic fucking musical build up. Like when they first start the story, it's like the super motivational. We're so excited to go do what we're gonna do in the show. Like it's just like a build up, and then there's like the main song and like the problem and all this shit. It's fucking hilarious. Like it's like I'm listening to it like in order. I'm like I can see everything happen. So it was like this is hilarious.
It is good.
So I couldn't recommend it more. But
I kind of want to pull on this thread we were talking about earlier about the summertime, the winter to spring change, because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I wasn't gonna bring it up tonight, but since we started talking about it, one of the things I noticed about myself coming into like February, March is I'm more willing to like get outside first thing in the morning, whether with the dog or just like to take a walk to the curb and back or something like that. Just like get some sun.
it's so nice when you go outside and it's not like blistering cold.
Big difference, right?
Like just a hoodie. You're like,
okay,
and it's
so
also fucking February.
The other thing though is that there's some danger there, because I gotta tell you, today if I was at home at 3:00 and free, like I was a few weeks ago,
Right to the bar.
Your sister was home too. I said, she's like, why don't we go over to the Collins? I'm like, sure, let's go. And we were drinking basically until 8:00 or 9:00. The night we went up with you and Steph and Claire. How do you avoid that? What do you do to kind of like keep yourself in check when it comes to making bad decisions based on like sun-based momentum starting in like February and March? Because now the days are getting longer. Everyone's happier. You get some of these days where it's like 10 degrees, 11 degrees at 2:00 or 3:00 in the afternoon. And you're like, man, I don't want to be inside right now. We got to do something. We can't be wasting. Even the other weekend, our neighbors out back here came outside. And before I knew it, I was out there. Kenzie was out there. And both sets of neighbors behind us and sort of like kitty corner, we're all outside having a beer, talking. The dogs are out.
But you could, like you say, like having a beer, like it's a bad decision.
It is.
Like,
it is.
I don't think
it is a bad decision. You should want to be like out there, boozing at 3:00 or 4:00
Who cares?
on Friday.
You're having a good time. That's the way I look at it, right? Like I don't really care. Like I mean, have a beer, don't have a beer. You like what you could do is just not have the beer if it's bugging you so much.
How can you avoid it?
You could just say, no, I'm good.
Oh,
just have a water.
Everyone's out there.
You can't not have a beer.
Gotta have one.
It's got to be a you problem.
At least one.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, look, I don't look at having a beer as
One's
a
too many. 1 million's not enough. Everyone knows what it's like once the beer starts flowing.
Well, if I'm having one, I'm having like at least 6.
This is my third one. You're good for 3 no matter what. Three is basically like the limits, the sweet spot, right?
Yeah, see, that's why this Friday hockey is kind of slick, because I can have a few beers, then I go on to play a game of hockey. It spreads it out.
Burn them off. Yeah, sure.
Mind you, like afterwards, I'm gonna have a few, but I have to drive, so I got to be smart. I can't fucking get wasted.
You don't ever get wasted and drive.
No, if I do, I fucking sleep with my parents.
That's right. I came up there with Moose last weekend. Wasn't expecting to see you there.
That was a birthday. Like we went hockey, and then we just said, "Fuck it, let's go to shit."
So you're not a winter cottage guy either. Kenzie and Claire and a few of the other Dundites, Will, Hope.
Yep.
They all go up to the cottage middle of the winter. It's minus 20 up there.
I would go up there,
and yet you've never gone.
I don't have the gear.
And yet you've never gone.
No, I don't. I don't have the gear.
Kenzie doesn't have any gear either. What gear do you need?
Well, it's like if I'm gonna do it, no, that's not the gear. That's why you're not a winter camper.
That's what they got.
No, they got better gear than that.
Kenzie does.
She's got some snow pants, winter boots. She's not hanging out in jeans and a coat.
Snow pants. Come on, that's not gear. If you can buy it at Sport Check, it's not gear.
It's gear enough. It makes a world of difference. It's like what you were going ice fishing in Bluntstones.
I did once.
That's right. It was a terrible time.
My friends brought boots for me. Thank God.
If you got gear, winter camping is decent. But if you don't have the gear, it's miserable because it's fucking cold.
Where's the line for gear?
I don't know. You okay? At least winter boots. At least winter boots.
What is winter boots? You going to sale to buy $200 boots?
Rubber boots with like
the aluminum fucking lining or whatever, the space boot stuff or whatever that stuff is.
Yeah, whatever. It's just lining. Whatever.
Looks like aluminum. I don't know. What it is.
Fuck it is.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, true.
Looks like aluminum foil.
Yeah, that. Like if your feet are cold, you're fucked. You need to, like, snow pants is clutch. Yeah. Or just like a cover, like anything, right? Like a thick, tight insulated
sweatpants and something else on
insulated
top.
Pants. Yeah. Insulated pants make a world of difference. Because like I have to work in it too, right? So I have gear for work.
Yeah.
But they're like, you also want like them to be like water resistant because you're gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Like you might as well, right? Like and then like you don't need a ton of shit, but you need some.
They need to be wicking and resistant, right? You got to pull the moisture off of your body because you'll be sweating in 3 or 4 layers.
Yeah.
But you don't want it on you, but also the water can't get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you want, like, I don't know. And then you just like, a coat's fine. Winter coat's fine.
I got a real problem, honestly, with people who buy, I shouldn't say I have a real problem. I got a bit of a question for people who buy
I got a real issue with this.
Expensive hiking gear.
Why?
And then just go to the cottage.
Well, you're not
like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. If you're like gonna buy the gear,
now mind
go
you,
use the
just
gear.
off camera here, there's a $150 football that I was brushing with a $30 fucking prep kit.
You can play football
to play beer league football.
Yeah,
but hiking,
that's whatever.
Hiking, I don't really get it.
But it's not your hobby.
But, I mean, come on, you do outside stuff, outdoor stuff. You don't buy fucking summer hiking gear.
Depends
do you?
how into it you are.
I guess, but
like
come
I'm not gonna buy.
Okay, so where's the line? That's what I'm asking. Where's the gear line?
If you're going,
if you can buy it at Sport Check, it's a waste of money, not gear. You look stupid and you're not functional, and you wasted too much money. Maybe if you go to like sale,
but the only thing is, if you go to sale, you're spending an arm and a leg.
But maybe you get better gear. Maybe it actually makes a difference. You will get better gear,
but like you're not like a guy like you who just goes to the fucking peak every.
A guy like me,
you're not a hiker.
I'm representative of the population. If you go to fucking Sport Check to get your gear, you can probably get the same shit at fucking Old Navy.
But like the type of guy that you are,
Old Navy's got long johns.
The type of guy that you are,
they got waffle print long tops.
This guy can't fucking hear shit, eh? The type of guy that you are. You don't fucking hike. You go to the peak every now and again with a dog. You're not going out to BC and fucking mountain hiking.
Neither are they. We're talking about the cottage. What do you mean? They got a Bunsen. They're going out there with a Bunsen burner and brie cheese. That's not a real walk. You don't need gear for that. And they're all geared up. What gear they got? They don't have gear for that.
They want to buy it. I don't know. Fuck. I'm gonna get gear. I'm getting gear.
You got snowshoes?
No. Snowshoes?
Yeah.
Like nets on my feet, like badminton rackets?
Yeah.
No. You don't? Wait, of course I do. I made them.
I don't. But
what the fuck kind of a question is that?
People like snowshoeing.
Yeah, I don't have snowshoes. I never said I liked it.
Well, I thought you were one of these gear people.
No, I buy some hiking gear though. But like we're going out like fucking the chick I'm dating now, she's like about it. So I got to do it. Like I like hiking anyway, but I'm like you. I just go shorts, t-shirts, and runners.
Are you gonna gear up?
I'm not that hard. I'm gonna buy some stuff.
What do you think?
She got me a fucking. I'm not thinking about getting much, but I wouldn't mind.
Gear up.
I'm gonna drop.
Tell me more.
I'm gonna drop like 6,000-7,000 probably.
Freewheel.
No, but but the truth is, like, I do typically like lean towards the outdoor lifestyle. Like, I do like that. I just
going, yeah, for sure.
I like honestly, I would have no problem going to Bass Pro Shop, spending no money. I just want to go there.
Okay.
But like I do like the outdoor living. So like there's like basic shit you should have, like a backpack, a good hiking bag. Mm-hmm. Probably with a built-in water pack would be a good idea. Like the Camelback. Yeah, that would be a good idea because then you don't have to fucking carry a water bottle around.
Yeah.
Because I've gone on hikes numerous times, hungover. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything. And then all the girls are sitting there drinking water. I'm like, fuck, that would be really smart, eh? But I don't have a bag.
Girls accessorize with their water bottles.
Of course. Oh, fuck yeah, they do. Yeah. But like, I don't even have anything because I don't have a bag to carry. They're all running backpacks. Like, we're going on a fucking 2-kilometer hike, first of all. Let me just paint that picture. So why would I bring anything?
Uphill one way, though.
Yeah, but we're going to be going for like an hour. So I'm assuming I don't need anything.
Spend an hour at the top taking pictures and drinking Caesars.
Yeah, see, like I'm not really into that. But if I'm going to go like out and like start hiking, which I wouldn't be opposed to doing, like I could use a good like passive free hobby like that minus gear. But like it's fucking free to do. All you got to do is drive to the spot, go for a rip. That's what you do.
I have the spiciest take on this.
Go ahead.
You're better off and will get more out of spending $200 on gear to make sure you have a good festival experience than you are spending gear.
What the fuck kind of a take is that?
Then you are spending
what
gear.
What kind of a take? What's your gear for a festival? A bag of Molly?
Like a dust mask.
The fuck is this?
A good camelback.
A dust mask.
Yeah, you need a dust mask
at a festival.
Yeah, for
real. You going to Burning Man?
No, you need one though. It's fucking dusty out there in the main area.
What
good pair of shoes. Camelback.
What is it? Merle's Creek or whatever.
Where's
fucking
hat.
Boots and Hearts?
It's in Barrie, Burrell's Creek.
Burrell's, whatever.
Yeah, I've never been to Boots and Hearts, but
oh fuck, I'm surprised.
But I will say that I think you'd be better off.
I would rather go on a fucking hike than go to a festival.
I'm not saying you wouldn't rather. I'm
this?
just saying that the $200 would be better spent. It would enhance your experience of the festival more than it would enhance your experience of the hike.
Your take is something that you prefer over something that I prefer.
That's
I would rather go for a hike than go for a fucking festival.
See, that's a rock solid take.
I've never been to a festival and I have no problem with it. I will never regret
Vel's
not
lineup
going.
Looks really good this year. I might go.
Why would I go to that?
We could go if you want.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the invite. I will gladly decline.
I'll drive.
Want me to just go hang out with a bunch of bass heads, fucking wide-eyed, fucking sitting there listening to fucking techno.
Pupils the size of the moon.
Yeah, no thanks, man. Like, I'm all right. Fucking everyone's just fucking pissing on the ground.
It's
like,
an experience.
You can't go to the washroom. Can't go to the washroom, so guys are wearing skirts and pissing on the floor.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Shitting where they stand.
No.
Fucking every tent, there's just fucking, there's like orgies going on.
That's not true either.
Nobody showered in months. They don't shower before the festival because they got to get in the zone.
They prime?
Yeah, they prime up and they go. They show up smelling like shit. Like you can see how bad it smells.
The dirty prime is really.
There's nothing I want to do fucking less.
Suspect behavior.
Fucking like a dubstep, whatever, electronic music festival.
It is electronic, but the lineup's pretty good, I would say. I kind of want to go to Osheaga because Justice is there again this year, and they are so good live.
I would like to see. I was just about to say them. I would like to see because they're like fucking way back.
They've been around for
electronic
years.
music. They're kind of like they got to be before like Daft Punk, maybe same era, kind of
same
thing,
age,
same
yeah,
era.
and
like
both
ahead
French,
of their time, right?
And both French,
ahead of their time, right?
Yeah.
Like they when their shit came out, that was like. Because nowadays, fucking electronic music is so massive. Like
people
everybody listens to it, and it's just too fucking crazy.
There's so many people who have not listened to Justice. Like anytime someone posts on my Twitter feed, like I need some music to work out to, I just send them the Justice Worldwide Woman
Genesis
tour. Genesis is
that's a banger. That's a banger. That would be a fucking crazy live.
That whole CD is nuts.
That CD got me through my college when I was studying for exams.
When they're live, they play mashups of their own stuff.
Yeah. Which is like them. I would love to go
nuts.
see that.
It's nuts.
That might be them and Daft Punk. And I guess if you want to even consider Gorillaz, fucking
I'd pay big money to play Daft Punk. I'd see Gorillaz too.
Like, would that be electronic? They're kind of like all over the map. I don't really know what they are. They're kind of their own genre. They just kind of do everything. Right?
I would go see them regardless of what they charge.
Yeah, shit like that. Like I would go see them, but like. Get fucked if you want to ever see me like is Skrillex even relevant anymore?
I think Skrillex is at Veld, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like why would I go to that? I don't give a fuck. I'd go see Bangarang and then I'd be out of there.
I saw Skrillex live maybe 10 years ago now. It's pretty fucking good.
Of course it is, because it's just, all it is just fucking bass is like you can't get a louder
There's like
system.
a giant robot.
Yeah,
on the
and
stage.
like that's the one thing that electronic music has going for you is like the spectacle of it.
Yeah.
Like they better because the DJ is doing fuck all. Like he's doing shit, but like for a performance, what can he do? Stand there going like this, like that's all he can fucking do.
He's maybe
right?
cutting between tracks.
Right. He's doing shit. Like don't get me wrong. I know what he's doing is not easy to do. I'm not saying that. But like for a guy watching the show, like if I'm watching live music, like I'm watching guys play guitar, I'm watching the guy play drums.
Yeah.
Like they're putting on a show, right? Like you can't compete with live music, like instruments.
With you there.
You can't do it. But so what electronic music has to do is like light shows and like it has to be a complete spectacle.
They're catering
right?
to the crowd, right? Everyone there is pretty mangled.
Well, yeah,
lot of different
but that's all they can do though.
Yeah.
Like what else do you do, right? Like how else do you fucking compete with like an actual performance?
It is
right?
true.
Like the DJ has like so much shit going on in front of him. He can't like interact with. He can a little bit, but he can't do much, right? He's kind of stationary.
You know who I would see again, and probably take a little bit of mushrooms for? D. Antwoord.
Die Antwoord or whatever. I think I heard of. I don't know who the fuck.
Those guys. Those two are nuts. This girl up there. She's probably 45 years old or something like that. she's like some kind of spider monkey crawling on sets and swinging on shit and flying around on stage.
But what is it, like electronic?
It's like electronic mixed with rap almost.
I know the name.
They did that song, I Think You're Freaky. I Think You're Freaky.
No, I couldn't fucking coin
That
it
song's
right now.
fucking nuts. I would see them again. It's fun. It's funny. The older I get, the more I'm like, I can't do a festival. There's no way I can hang for like 3 days. But then
Could you not just go for a day?
This is the other side of the story. When I was younger, I couldn't afford to just burn, $1,000 on a day.
Isn't that hilarious?
But now, like, it wouldn't be that big a deal. I would still not love to do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking loaded, but
you're pushing 40, bro.
I would enjoy going for a day and seeing the shows I really wanted to see, and then maybe on the back end driving
in
home.
Montreal, right?
Yeah. I would fly too. I wouldn't fucking drive. I'll tell you that.
Why would you could just go fly. Like you could do the weekend, but you could do you have to buy like a weekend pass?
It's the best bang for your buck. I think a day pass is $175. And the full
Holy shit.
The full weekend is $400. So you buy.
Yeah, but you have to like also take into account how you're gonna be on that maybe
gonna be tough.
Third day.
Gonna be tough.
You're gonna be
the
fucking
third day was
banged
tough.
out.
The third day was tough 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be fucked up. And you're gonna be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I would go for like I would make sure like I would have to be like I have to very like with a fine tooth comb go over the lineup if I was gonna do that because I love going to concerts.
Set your priorities.
Right, and then go for a day at the festival, and then like I'd spend the weekend in Montreal.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't fucking go just for Oceania.
The whole festival. You wouldn't go.
Fucking no, man.
See, that's what everybody used to do. Me and Phil, maybe the second or third time we went together, the third day we really like picked our battles. We like, okay, let's not go till 4. Yeah. There's nothing going on until 4. Let's go at 4.
You're just going for the sake of it?
And we'll just have a huge breakfast. We'll go downtown shopping. We'll have a huge lunch. Yeah. And then we'll go to the festival.
Have some beers, get yourself ready.
And then you're kind of strapped
in the mood,
at that
right?
point. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go grind the festival out? Like why?
It is a great way to put it. You're grinding the festival. Yeah.
But like fucking and also another thing, which I have said this before and I've gotten lipped off for it big time. Typically by girls because they're like the festival chicks. And they're like, I said, like, if you think I'm gonna go fucking camp at one of those festivals,
forget it. Boots and Hearts, camping only.
Yeah, why would I ever? I'm never going to Boots and Hearts. I like country in the sense I like fucking Hank Williams Jr. and Johnny Paycheck. I don't think they're playing there.
I don't even know who Johnny Paycheck
he's probably dead.
Hank Williams Jr. died for sure.
Yeah, they're probably dead, right? Like fuck, man. Like that's the country I like. I don't give a fuck about this new shit. Like, oh, Luke Combs. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Luke Combs. Don't like him at all.
Luke Combs song.
If I hear like the first chord of a song, I'm like, don't like it. Get this away from me. This pop country bullshit.
Yeah.
Not into it. I like the old shit with like fucking violins, harmonicas, and like them singing about heartbreak and alcoholism.
Was there not a time? There was a time for me for sure, maybe just before I met Kenzie, where everyone wanted to go to country bars.
Country bars they're a riot.
And it was always the same, like, country girl, shake it for me.
Oh, yeah.
And that song played 3 times in the 3
There's a
hours
mechanical
you were there.
bull.
A bull, of course, square dancing when you arrive.
It's kind of like, it's just, I would, like, honestly, if you were to ask me, I would prefer to go to that than to, like, a club.
But where are those places now?
I don't fucking know. I'm not going to
like
clubs
Nashville
anymore,
North
period.
Closed.
Did it?
Yeah.
I can't, like, I find it so odd, like a bar that's, like, so packed all the time.
But I think bars are, like, tight margins. What was the other? There's another place
it's gotta be.
Dallas?
There was the ranch in Guelph.
Ranch and Dallas.
That's what I thought Nashville
Dallas was in Waterloo. I went to Dallas a few times.
I went to the ranch once
or twice.
I went to the ranch once, and I had no idea what I was getting into. I had no idea because I went up to Guelph to visit Will and Drake.
Yeah,
I had no idea. We're going to this country bar. I'm like, are you fucking
it's smaller than you think,
man?
too. That's the other thing. Ranch is pretty small.
Well, I thought it was pretty big, but I don't know. I was like fucking 20. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was not a country guy. No, I was like I was like 90s hip hop or bust.
For sure, yeah.
And I would get there, I'm like, what the fuck? But they actually had like a live band, which made it way better. Like if we were just listening to like country music all night, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like I like a bit of country, but not. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do. But
country's okay. Like the newer stuff, like you said, yeah, it's not really my cup of tea.
One guy, he's fucking pretty good. He sounds exactly like Johnny Cash, but he's like fucking 23.
No idea.
It's like Colton Childers or some shit. I don't know what his
I have no
name
idea.
is. Whatever. Someone's gonna light me up.
Do your hockey buddies listen to that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which team, but yeah, like fuck my Thursday team. I don't know what anybody listens to. I don't know what anybody listens to. Friday night we've got music in the room and shit. So like, yeah, there's a couple guys that are in the country, and fucking Harry's 65, so he demands we listen to Johnny Cash pregame. And I gotta say,
there's only so many Johnny Cash
It's been
songs.
working. Well, it gets you fired up a little bit. Get rhythm. You know that one?
No.
Fucking talk about shining shoes and shit. It's
My brother played
great.
in a Cash band for
That's
10
sick.
years.
I wish I would have saw that.
No,
Because Johnny
he
Cash
hates
is a fucking legend.
He hates it.
He's a legend, man. Like, he's a beauty. Like I don't even understand why he was so famous. All his shit's so fucking simple.
They made movies about that guy.
But he was like, you know, he was a classic fucking country rocker, right? Like he was just like, you know, he could sing, but like his vocals were just so much like more, they were just different.
Is he a country singer, you think?
No, I would say he's a country rocker, if anything. I don't know what the fuck is.
Me
He's
neither.
like old style country, if that's even it. Old style country rock, because it's kind of like.
I'm not sure what to make of because he obviously like had a band behind him, but when you think about the other country acts at that time, you can even go back a couple of years to like Elvis, right? For Cash, it's maybe a 20, 30 year difference.
Cash and Elvis are probably similar.
That's like the evolutionary Elvis, right? Is Johnny Cash, but there's not been really another Johnny Cash, you know, down that evolutionary
This
line.
new
Who else
guy,
is there?
what the fuck is his goddamn name?
But you just think that because of his voice,
well,
not
yeah,
because of the style.
no, it's 100% his style.
Okay,
like they're like super fucking similar. I gotta fucking think of his goddamn name. You know what it is? I can find it in a second. Just you talk for 1 second.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Bitcoin under 51,000 today. If we look at the block clock here, 1974.
Coulter Wall is his name.
Wall.
Coulter Wall.
WAHL.
WALL. And dude, he's like you fucking hear this guy. He's like he sounds like he's 75.
Really?
But he's like 24.
I'll have to listen.
Yeah, no, you just like whatever. You don't like the music, but just to hear this kid's voice.
I'm always down for
crazy.
a thing here and there.
It's just interesting, right? It's like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Smoking since he was 6?
Speaking of new music, at the risk of, you know, really pissing you off, Kanye West new CD.
Oh God!
Did you listen to it?
Did you see that thing I sent you on Instagram?
No.
You didn't?
What is it?
Well, put it on. It might not be suitable for.
Is it mic friendly?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
sure?
It is.
Okay.
It is good.
Where'd you send
it's
it?
on Instagram. It's
Stonks?
Yeah. Put it up to the mic though, because it is great.
Point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor,
Come on.
and what hospital, and what media it went to.
No.
I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
Dude,
You gotta edit that out.
no, why? Why?
edited
Why? That's not even bad. It's hilarious.
How
man.
old is that? Is
I
that
don't
new?
know. It just popped up. I'm like, get the,
The new
fuck out of here. This
the new
guy's
Kanye
hilarious.
CD is pretty good. I enjoyed listening to it.
I love just his mannerisms are
And
unbeatable.
and on top of that, today I got fed a new French Montana CD that has
God,
a bunch
he's
of
not- He
Kanye,
is not worried about
a bunch of
nothing,
Kanye
that guy.
production and some Kanye features.
That guy is not.
They're
worried.
pretty good.
You think he's a bit worried or no?
French
Yeah, you think he's worried or not worried?
about Kanye?
Is that him? I ain't worried about nothing.
I don't know. Is it?
That is, yeah.
not
it is.
sure.
Yeah, fucking French Montana, motherfucker.
I only know French Montana from Marble Floors.
What
That's a great song.
about, is that Bad Bitches? Not his fucking problem. Not his fucking problem,
No,
dude.
that's not. He's not in that song.
Are you sure?
Fucking Problems? No, he's not in that song.
Who is that?
It's ASAP Rocky.
Ah, for fuck's sakes. See how up to
It's
tune
Kendrick
up to
Lamar, ASAP Rocky, Drake, and 2 Chainz. There you go.
whatever. They're all the same to me.
French Montana's. I do like some of the French Montana stuff from maybe 7-8 years ago. Like
He-
everyone
like-
knows Unforgettable. That's one that's like
I
really
don't know
popular,
it.
but yeah, you'd know it if
You
you
see,
heard it.
like the thing is, like I fell off with like new music. I didn't give it a chance. Like,
New
there's some
music
bangers
fell
in-
off. We didn't fall
Yeah,
off.
that's true.
New music
like,
fell
man,
off.
Like, oh my god, dude. Like
Everyone knows this to be the case.
See, like fucking, like now, if I like just say I go hang out with like people, I don't know, like just say like there's younger people at a party, like we're fucking at a party, young kids come in,
Steph's age.
Sure, yeah, oh yeah, okay, but this isn't really a fair example, but it is true. It did happen. It didn't bother me at all, obviously, because I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, they're a bit younger. She's like older than them.
Yeah.
They're like fucking 22, and so like they come in and they're like fucking. It's like Drake or bust, right? I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my god. They're like, this song's so fucking good. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. What's the point, right? I'm like, I'm probably the oldest fucking person there. minus the parents. I'm like, I get all like, there's like, it's like, it was a good mix of people there. So it was like, I could fucking hang out with certain people. It's all good. But it's like, you know, I'm sitting there like, you know,
the oldest besides the parents.
But like, well, that's what I'm 31, dude. It's over for me. And you know what? I'm completely okay with that.
All right.
I had my time. I'm good.
I'm not
I
okay with
know
it.
what I like now. I got my crew of kids. I'm good.
Okay.
Right? I don't need to hold on and hang out with the young kids and stay up to date. It's like I don't honestly enjoy being on the better end of it and like look at them and being like, yeah, man, that's cap. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? But then at the same time,
I hope I never say that.
I make fun of them, and then I think I'm like, remember when we were young and my dad would come and go, yo, that's sick. That's sick.
Your dad, Mike, you were like that when I met you.
Well, what?
Like that. You and Will were slinging all kinds of shit. You guys were making up nicknames for people.
Oh, no. But I mean, no. I mean, like when we were
fucking,
like, no, what I'm saying is like fucking, yeah, of course. Like we fuck around.
You guys
were
were so young. That was like you know.
Yeah, but like I'm talking when we were like young, and we're like saying like, you know, when you're in like middle school, like high school, you got like it's pretty much across the board. But like each high school's have like different variations of words and shit like that. Like Toronto, I fucking can't stand it.
Your era of slang.
Like but just how you speak and like we still like maintain some of it. Like every sick is just like across the board,
universal.
Everybody says that's sick because it's fucking. It's just that one was a good one. It had holding power, but like. I don't know. They like, but then there's like this bussin' for real cap.
I only like it because it goes with the broccoli hair meme.
I'm just disassociating with it, and I make fun of it. But now I'm like, fuck, man. Remember my dad used to lip us off for the way we talked, and now now I'm doing it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting older.
You started doing it way earlier than he did, by the way.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I did. but like, this was crazy. The generation below us is fucking bananas, man.
Yeah,
it's got to be different because the internet, right? Like the internet is fucking like it's absurd, right?
It is pretty wild to see like the lingo that little kids use. I still play a lot of COD.
Dude, there's fucking like 8-year-olds going, bruh.
The lobbies are crazy.
Oh my god, you just don't listen. Right?
No one is saying like it's indistinguishable from complete gibberish. You have no idea what these guys. It's pig Latin. No one is saying anything you understand. They're all talking to you and about you.
Oh yeah.
Or even playing Madden. Madden sometimes, if the other guy has a headset, you can listen to what he's saying while you're playing against him. He doesn't really talk to you. He's kind of talking to himself, but you don't know what he's saying. Like what I like he's losing or he's winning, but you don't really know if he's like mad or he's upset with himself or upset with you or he's talking to his wife. He's saying something, but I don't know what. I think a lot of the time it's like how a dog sees us talking. You know, like he kind of knows the tone, but he doesn't really know what's being said, you know?
You're the dog?
Yeah, I'm turning my head. I'm like, what? I don't know. Like, what do you,
dude. People,
what do you want from me here?
Especially like with like online gaming or just online interactions in general, right? You're like, man, there's a lot of fucked up people out there, bro. Like, there's a lot of people like, just think about like our parents and stuff like that. The internet, like your main form of communication, like if you weren't with someone, was the telephone.
Yes.
That was it. So if you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to call that person and that person only. Like you watch like those shows, like whatever. It was like, I don't know, fucking give me like what the fuck? Like a girl show, like where there's like 3 girls and they're on group chat. Like, you know, whatever that group calling.
What do you mean? Mean Girls had a couple scenes like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Something to us, like average people, we're not getting fucking group calling. We're fucking, there's none of that.
I still remember when I was a kid, there was this girl, Katie, who I ended up dating years later, and her friend Shannon used to call my house, my dad's house, and pretend the other girl wasn't on the line. But you could always hear like a faint, like,
yeah.
If someone else, because the phones hadn't figured it out yet, right? If you had an old phone, you kind of hear the other line still buzzing in. You'd be like, so what do you think of Shannon? So what do you think of Katie? And they'd be on the other fucking. This never happens anymore. There's no like.
Well, that's kind of the beauty of growing up. Like
now they just screenshot it, send it to their friends. Look
brutal.
what this guy said about you.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like it makes me so mad because I grew up of the generation where privacy mattered.
It never mattered. It was just easier to deny.
Like it did matter.
Easier to deny what you said.
Yeah, but it does matter, right? Like, I mean, I kind of like to, if I say something, but now it's like so easy to like anonymously send it to. It's like unbelievable. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, sending a text, any text, is a risk. Like if I just say I was single right now, and I messaged a girl on Instagram,
it'd be over.
It's all over the world now. It's all over the world because I said, hey. And then they're like sitting there like, wow, you don't have any game. I'm like, no, I've got game. I just don't. I choose to fucking keep it off the internet.
I can't do anything online.
I can't. What am I? I have to like so strategically maneuver, like navigate these waters, like to say nothing that's like gonna end up on the internet.
Good example of this. You're watching Love Is Blind. I won't spoil it for you, but in past seasons, I wouldn't
say I'm fucking watching it. I'm being made to watch it.
Okay, you should be because it's a great show.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hate it because I am. It's entertaining, but it's fucking garbage. I'm gonna watch for sure because it is. I was laughing.
The number of times I get up from the couch and like just throw my hands up. I gotta go to the kitchen and come back and just fucking regroup after what I just saw.
I think but the thing is too, it's a slippery slope with reality TV. I can't go down the rabbit hole and watch a bunch. So I might just pick one show.
You're never gonna go from Love Is Blind to like other terrible shows like the
what a crazy fucking concept that is.
Great idea.
Oh, it's great. They're blind dating and they're like fucking. They're saying like I love you and shit.
Love
like
it. Just wait.
It's fucking great,
Mike. Just wait.
I swear to God. Wow, the Clay guy. I was crying laughing.
You've only watched one episode.
I watched there was a second episode last night, but we kind of had to like watch it twice because we were yapping the whole time. But
got it.
But fucking the guy, like he has this connection with this girl who has this. He's got a connect. The girl's got a connection. The girl's a slut.
Which girl was it?
I don't know what her name is. Big fuck. She's got a 5 head.
The black chick.
She's black. Yeah, she's got like
the black chick.
She's got a 5 head.
I
don't know what her fucking name is. See, like this is what I mean. I just loosely watch.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm not investing.
I know who you're talking about. Though,
I see like physical attributes, and that's really what That's how I remember them. Like the one guy who's like he's probably a serial killer. The fucking white guy with glasses, and he just hangs out by himself, doesn't talk to anybody, and he's like talking to this girl's like, I really think I love you, and then he fucking just peels.
Just wait.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like you sit there, you fuck off for a second. What the fuck did I miss?
The weird thing is that like that show,
because they're all just emotionally unstable people. They're out of their fucking minds.
That show is just waiting to see what this seemingly normal, endearing, sympathetic figure has wrong with them. Well, because once they get around their friends and family, the walls come down.
Oh yeah,
they have a couple glasses of wine. The walls come down.
Yeah.
They think everything's locked up. They already did the engagement or whatever in the pods, and then you see what kind of like shortcomings they have.
But my favorite, every single person on that show thinks there's nothing wrong with them. It's everybody else. It's like, dude, you guys are all fucked.
Just wait. This is one of the best.
Well, think about what you're signing up for. If your ego is that big to think that the world is wrong and you're right, and now you're going and talking to strangers without seeing them and then getting engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, that show, maybe they're onto something. I don't know.
That show needs to go all in. I think I've watched. This is the 3rd season of that show that I've watched. I think there's like 5 or 6 at this point. I'm going to go back and watch the other ones. I think
it's 6. I think is the 6th one. I just started.
This is the 3rd one I've watched, and I'm going to go back and watch the ones I haven't because it's so good. I want that show to go all in and quit pussyfooting around. Okay, I want to see someone who weighs 300 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an enormous man or woman. Okay. Number 1. Give me someone who's disfigured. Okay. Let's be serious.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Be serious.
Apparently Netflix is fucking, they don't care.
Be serious. Let's really get serious about this. Don't give me a bunch of like 5s to 7s on both sides of the wall and pretend that anything could happen. Come on, they're all going to be happy with each other. That's their batting.
I know it's cheap.
You know what I mean?
Kind of annoying, right?
That's the strike zone for these guys.
That is true.
No one's ever going to be really mad. No one's ever going to be really happy when they meet the other. By the way, they always meet the people who are in the pod that they didn't pick. They always meet later. There's like a mixer.
Don't tell me anymore. I want to.
Well, it's in every season. There's a mixer later.
Okay, yeah. That's
cool. So they're always hot enough that they're happy when they get engaged, but then the person they didn't pick is hot enough that they are thinking about like maybe this is who I should have picked because they're maybe a little hotter. Like you never know.
It's so classic.
Like go all in. Go all in. Give me the like 1,000-pound man. Okay, 1,000-pound woman. Give me the disfigured person. I said to your sister, I said, if you guys really want to be serious about this, okay. There's other ways to get. I won't say them on the air, but there's other things you could put in those pods to make this really enticing for people. Okay, to really stir the pot. To
Well,
really,
yeah, if you want views, yeah.
to really bump the numbers on the earnings call, okay, for NFLX. If you wanted to really bump the numbers up, this is how you would do it. And you know what I want to see?
I want to see some fucked up shit. Yeah.
It's been 6 seasons. Where's the All-Star season? Where's the challenge season?
Well, let's be real here,
where's the Love Island Love is Blind season?
Well, because
Where is
it's so funny to
the
me.
formula is out there. It's not a mystery. This is what people want to see. I would watch that shit for sure.
My favorite
Where's
thing is
Survivor Love is Blind?
Where's
Gladiators Love is Blind?
I feel like the people who typically watch this shit are the politically correct agenda'd folk.
You think?
I think so, yeah.
No way.
Garbage.
Come on.
Garbage, man. You think they just fucking sit there and push that agenda? Like with this, like, oh, we need censorship. It's like, but I need this. It's like a guilty pleasure.
I don't think any of the people who watch that show are like, I wish this was like a line.
Why don't you think that? Because what you just said was like, yeah, everybody there is very average and it's very accommodating. It's a very fair show.
But there's still stuff that's like off kilter, I think. Like, I don't know. What's a good example? Like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's like one person who's a little dishonest about the way that they look to the other person on the other side of the
Dude,
screen.
my favorite is like, is ethnicity a problem to you? There's like a hesitation.
It gets better. There was a guy a couple of years ago.
Oh, no, it's not a problem at all.
There was a guy
like, it might be a problem for this guy.
There was a guy a couple of years ago who asked a girl if he could give her a piggyback ride at a music festival.
What kind of a question? See,
it's a great question because what are you going to ask? Hey, are you 5,000 pounds?
Okay.
When the Ozempic ad comes on, are you fucking getting on the phone to your doctor?
True, that's a good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's a good question.
And he masked it perfectly.
He got a lot of shit for that.
Why?
Because it's not what people want to see, right? To your point earlier about like who's watching it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Why the fuck? Like, oh my god.
What else would you got? You can't ask. You're not allowed to ask explicitly like, you know, give me your vitals. What's on your driver's license? 5'6", 280.
You want? Give me your.
You can't.
Give me your vitals.
Yeah, and some of the. By the way, it's not just the women who are being dishonest and.
Of course not. Of course, it's both guys.
It is both sexes.
So 100%. That's what makes it a fair show.
Oh,
it's like,
and it is.
Dude, I'm
nuts.
watching it and I'm like, these guys, everybody here is fucking out of their mind.
And you can see, by the way, the guys who have like been practicing like deep voices. They know they're going on the show. They're practicing their deep voice.
See, like,
come on, man. No one talks like that. You fucking know it. I fucking know it.
See, this is the thing, right? Like, I've been on my fair share of dates. It's kind of been like a fucking, you know, like a segment on the show, like more or less. Thank fuck that's over. but at the same time, it's like it's shitty that it's over because it is content, right? But like that's literally what it was. It was like nothing more than that. Like I didn't enjoy it at all.
No shit.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, being single is great. Like fucking just hanging out with these random fucking people and just talking nonsense, right? Like I'm sitting there because like I never, not one time did I ever like change who I was on a date or anything like that. Because I was like, I would sit there, I'd be talking exactly like I'm talking to you on this podcast. Like I talk like this in front of the camera. I talk like this whether off the camera. I don't give a fuck, right? You get what you get because that's kind of that's what I have to offer. Like just authenticity, I guess.
Take it or leave it.
Right? And then like, but there's the guys and the girls for that matter that fucking do that. I'm like, how long is this charade gonna last? Like how much effort are you willing to put into it? And then that one day that the guy forgets that his voice isn't this low. And he wakes up. He's like,
over.
Morning, honey. And she's just like, oh, what the fuck?
He gives her the
it's fucking over. Yeah.
He gives her
and that's the other thing right now. Like, especially these days, it's like all it takes is boom. Oh, I'm not. You're not attractive anymore. See you later. Because the ick or whatever the fuck. I remember a chick said that's another fucking slang word that I can't stand.
That's new.
Chick said it to me one time, and I was like, oh, you suck. You fucking suck. I can't stand it. And it's just like I'm getting older.
The number of times on this show that the guys leave, I shouldn't say the guys, the couples leave the pod together, and then the person with whom they shared like a couple of good dates and like almost got engaged. Amazing that is the spectrum, right? Like a couple of good dates, then engaged. They always now just message on Instagram. If you change your mind, let me know. Here's my Instagram, my best foot forward. All my bikini pictures, all my bathing suits, all my workout, all my whatever.
If you change your mind.
On both sides, yeah. If you change your mind, let me know.
Yeah, but like, how do you expect that to work? It's the most like pathetic thing ever.
They don't care.
You're going to, yes, exactly. It's never going to work. The best move is fucking dip.
Have you seen yet the girl on this season with the kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that I was gonna bring that up because it made me fucking laugh.
Okay,
Like,
go ahead.
She waits till like the second date, and then she drops the bomb, and then
Yeah.
the guy goes, "Why didn't you tell me that sooner?" And then he's like, now he's sitting there, he's like, "But it doesn't really matter to me." I'm like, yeah, it obviously does. And like, it's like, sorry, I remember like when I was dating, I was like on the apps and shit like that or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking, and it was just like all the chicks are the same, right? Like, there was a couple that if they had a kid and they didn't have this as their prompt, I would go out with them, or I would like consider it, right? Because I don't really give a fuck if you have a kid. Doesn't really mean much to me. It's kind of like whatever. It's a bit of a variable. I mean, ideally, I'd rather you not have a kid, but
Of a variable.
well, you know, it's something like I mean, if the
I
chick's
can't
cool,
wait to see what the
Well,
fucking
I'm just
clips,
saying-
the clips AI
I'm just
gives you
saying,
for
it's
this.
like it's not like a deal breaker, but it's like, yeah, ideally, I'd rather you not have a kid because my one buddy did say, and it kind of changed my perspective of touch, but like didn't. It still doesn't matter. But he's like, yeah, it's kind of like picking up a controller on your buddy's saved game. I'm like, fuck.
What?
I was like, that sucks because that is exactly what it is.
That's very bad.
It's it's so bad.
That's very
but
bad.
like I said, it's not a fucking deal breaker for me. But like, what is a deal breaker is the attitude that comes along with the kid. Is like, my son is my life. He's my only thing. You'll never be first.
But what do you want them to do?
I know, but it's I like that.
Like they have a fucking child.
What I mean is that is implied.
Okay.
I understand.
You don't need to see.
I understand
it in
that.
the
Of
profile.
course, that's how it is. That's how
Okay.
it should be.
Got it.
Like fuck, man. Like, and then I'm saying, like, you're a nightmare. You're a fucking just because like you're pressing this so hard. I can just tell what kind of other things you'd be pressing on and how you would be because you're like you have this like it's like my son first, and it's like okay, I get it. Like I understand that. You like you shouldn't have to advertise that. That's how it should be. Like you have a child. That should obviously be your priority. So you're an idiot. Like is really what I'm getting at. Like you're dumb.
Would you ever go on a show like that?
No.
You wouldn't?
Why the fuck would I go on a show like that?
I mean, do you think you could be successful on a show like that? Is what I mean.
I think oh, that's a fucking question.
That's
a hot question.
I think I would crush on a show like that.
Yeah, because you have such a fucking big ego.
Yeah.
I think I would do well just because I wouldn't be a fucking idiot. I would just be like, look, here's the deal.
Nice.
But
I
like,
think
without,
that
like
would work though. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, but then also at the same time, I wouldn't be able to get into it because I'd be like, this bitch is fucking fat. For sure. For sure in my head.
Edit that
For
out,
sure,
maybe.
man. I'd be like, well, whatever, dude. Like, I don't care because it's bullshit. Because I swear to God, like, I got catfished one fucking time, and I'm still annoyed.
Did you
about
really?
it. Yeah, I'm
You
annoyed
told me
about
this
it.
actually.
and I'm
Yeah,
annoyed
yeah.
about it.
You told me that.
because
You
I'm like,
told me
what?
that.
Like, what is like if you're doing the catfishing, guy or girl, doesn't matter. What do you expect to happen?
Yeah.
Do you like we have a bit of conversation and like you're lying to me the whole time?
And then you see them.
The angles that you're sending me photos, and I'm like, all right, looks fucking fine, I guess. It looks good enough. I can manage it. But like, sorry, I have fucking standards, man. Like, I don't care. You're on a dating app. It's like it's baseline shallow.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
It's a meat market.
What do you think you're fucking doing?
Yeah,
like you know it's a shallow. Like the whole premise is initially this is what I look like. That's the whole thing.
I totally forgot about this catfish experience.
Oh, it was brutal. I'm sitting there, I'm like, and then, but like, okay, oh my fucking God. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what do you, like, it just, you know what? I didn't, like, I wasn't a dick. I didn't shut the door on her or anything. I hung out with her and I was doing whatever I could.
Do you want to tell the story?
Nah, not really. It's not really much of a story.
Well, I mean,
like
still,
honestly, like nothing happened. Like I didn't fucking make a move.
but
or
you
anything
showed
like
up
that.
there and it was like a completely false bill of goods.
100%. It was. I sit there. I'm like looking at her. I'm like, I open the door. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Jesus.
Close enough that you recognize her, but too far from the picture.
I'm just sitting there like, what? Like, what do you think I'm gonna think?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Like, you're lying to me the whole fucking time. You know what I look like because I have photos of myself in good light, in like just like at least authentic.
Passport photos.
You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is what I have to offer because that's how I operated on them. I'm like, this is what you get. I talk to them how I would talk in real life. I was swearing. I would say everything I would do is like in real life. It's how I was
This
because
is so funny.
because I'm not lying. I'm like, this is who I am. You like it or don't. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like I'm not changing. This is who I am. I'm like solidified in who I am as a guy, right? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like you like it or don't. I don't fucking care. I'm fine either way. And then she shows up and I'm like looking. I'm like, are you joking? Are you joking? Like I like my first instinct was just shut the door. Fucking get the fuck away
What did
from
she
me.
say?
She didn't say anything. She didn't even address it.
But she knows.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Well, she wouldn't be fucking sitting there like angling herself down.
Think about the number of conversations that went on before you showed up there. She tells her friends she met a guy on Tinder. He's coming over. Her friends have a separate chat without her.
Oh yeah.
Where they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's gonna show up and be completely dumbfounded by what he sees."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Be like landing on a foreign planet.
Oh, it was crazy. I was like, dude. I'm like, I'm not. If I was into that, I'd be into that. But you're lying to me. I'm not into it. It's not personal.
It's not your thing.
It's what the sorry.
Which is fine, by the way.
I know it's fine. That's why I don't give a shit.
No one gets to fucking
I'm
tell
not
you.
fucking lighting people up for being overweight. I don't give a fuck, but don't lie about it.
You can't be mean to me.
Like, do your thing, man. I don't care. Like, whatever. It's all good. But I'm
Ask
not
your
into
doctor-
that. I take care of myself. I
Ask your
want someone
doctor-
who's in the same fucking boat.
Ask your doctor if push-ups are right for you. I don't know if I don't know what dating apps are like these days. I saw a good post the other day. We'll finish with dating apps. I saw a good post on Reddit the other day of a girl who was 35 or 38, I forget. And it was on the Tinder subreddit and got fed to me on my suggested
Tinder
feed.
subreddit.
My Reddit
See, that's another thing what I'm concerned about. Because now I'm going to end up on Reddit.
It feeds me I hate how well Reddit knows me. It feeds me all kinds of stuff that I am so intrigued by, even though I don't subscribe. There's no reason. I'm going to read you my Reddit subscriptions right now, okay? There's no reason it should ever feed me this in my suggested. It's Age of Empires, 8-bit dough, that's a Bluetooth controller, Apple, Bernadoodles, Bill Simmons, Bitcoin, Black Scare, Bubbly, Canada Sub, Canada Housing 2, Canadian Immigration, Canadian Public Servants, Canadian Public Servants 3.
Did you allow a Reddit to have access to your microphone?
To my phone?
Your microphone.
I don't even know.
Probably.
It's like Sam Sulek, the Yelling Podcast. It's like all this kind of stuff, right? It's like if I look through here, this like podcast, like Black Scare is the Red Scare podcast, but the paid episodes for free. Red Scare Pod, Quebec Libre. What else? All In is a podcast. Pokemon Unbound, like a weird Pokemon ROM hack. There's no reason I should ever get fed.
Everything
Tinder,
that you talk about?
Tinder.
Oh.
And it feeds me this post. And this post just...
Because you've been watching Love is Blind.
It captures my attention for an hour, this post. It's this girl's dating profile. And she's like, I keep messaging guys and they keep ghosting me. I don't know why. I need help. And she puts up the pictures. And the pictures have her face blurred out, but it's like her body, her hobbies and stuff, her description. She likes fishing. She likes hiking. She likes sports. She's fairly attractive, athletic build. And everyone in the comments is just like, man, I don't know. I would think I was getting catfished if you were messaging me. Like, that's how hot you are. And she's like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm flattered, but it's really driving me nuts. Like, I can't find out what the problem is. And I said to one of my friends, what do you want to bet that this girl's got like bad lip or cheek fillers? Her face is blurred out. I can see that her boobs have had work done, which whatever, you do whatever you want. I don't care about that. Yes or no, pro or con, doesn't really, make a difference to me. But you can clearly see she's had some work done. What do you want to bet she's got bad lip or cheek fillers?
It's a terrible idea.
And if you got bad lip or cheek fillers,
you're fucked.
It's over.
You're fucked.
There's just, I think, a lot of guys who draw the line. I bet you, Mike, there's probably enough guys that draw the line at lip and cheek fillers, more so than guys who draw the line at a kid you had when you were in your early 20s.
For
or
sure.
late teens.
100%. I would too.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
The fucking, the facial reconstruction, big or small.
Bad.
Right? Like there's some things like, sure, some people get it. You can't tell. Good on you.
It never looks good.
Good. It never looks good. The lips is crazy. Crazy. Just, you fucking play the hand you're dealt, dude.
You can't get off of that stuff either, right? I'm pretty sure you have to get it redone every so
or else
often.
your just lips deplete. And
is that right?
I don't know.
Something about that, though. I'm pretty sure you have to get it redone all the time.
Botox? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it because I've never looked into it. It's never looked
Guys
good.
do it too, by the way.
Of course they do.
It's called Brotox.
It's called you're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown. Drink water and fucking run.
Drink water and sleep more.
Yeah, sure. It's
Nothing
like
to it.
simple as fuck. There's so much shit you can do. The facial reconstruction is just beyond me.
Is there a lot of people on Tinder with that? I mean, you haven't been on for a couple months now, at least.
No.
But
I don't know if they are. I don't look at them.
No?
No, I skip it. I don't care. They fucking looks brutal. It looks brutal. It's like it's the most obvious thing. It's like you have like a. It looks like your lips are like constantly chapped.
Yes.
And it's just like like that one kid in middle school who had this like. He's just licking his lips in the winter outside, and he's just got this huge round red semicircle, his whole upper lip.
Yes.
There's always one kid, right?
Yeah.
He's probably a ginger.
He's never had chapstick in his life.
But for some reason, like I've had chapped lips and maybe a little bit of a fucking line here, but this kid's whole upper lip
Just burned to shit.
Yeah,
just burned to shit. Wind
I'm like,
burn.
what are you doing? Just doing this?
Yeah.
Like
He
licking
never
your
stops.
nose, man. Like fucking relax. But like that's what their lips look like all the fucking time. I'm like, dude, why did you pay for that? You paid for that? We made fun of this kid. You fucking paid for this.
The reason I brought this up is because there's a couple of girls in Love is Blind who admit to having work done. And I think there's guys in Love is Blind who've had work done too. I don't know what the point of those shows is anymore, because you go on those shows and winning is the worst thing you can do, right? You don't ever want to wind up with a girl or a guy on those shows. You want to pump your status so much that you leave the show single and then just cruise.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you care about fame, which a lot of people fucking do, which
Of course
I don't
they
get.
do.
That's the unfortunate part about doing a podcast. Is like fame is kind of like part of it, and I hate that. Because we need people to recognize us.
Yeah, start listening more.
That's the
Share
only
it with
reason
your
I want.
friends.
I don't want people to know me,
You don't want them to know you, but you want them to listen to you.
but I want to talk for a living because I like to talk. But like I don't want to talk to anybody.
These
in
are trying.
person.
These are trying times for people like you.
It's tough. Right? It's tough.
Talking
Over here. I don't
without
want anybody to
being
know who I
known.
am. I don't want anybody to know who I am. I want my Instagram profile. I'm going to delete Instagram. I don't want anything to do with anything.
The fucking locks, the voice disguiser on the audio.
Yeah, just coming in honestly.
Could be good.
But no, I don't know. I just think it's like, yeah, if you're into fame and stuff like that, which a lot of people are, which is like, or whatever. I guess it's called clout these days.
The kids call it
That's
that.
what they're into, right? And like
Yeah.
everybody cares so much. Like it's all about your Instagram, and it's crazy. Like we talked about it before on the show.
Do you share your Instagram on? I mean, not you specifically, but I mean, I've been on Tinder for a long time. You couldn't share your Instagram profile through Tinder before.
You could when I was doing it, you could, but I didn't.
You had to use your Facebook to sign up.
No, I just did an email. I think I don't have Facebook anymore. I probably have an account. I just deleted the app. I haven't used it in
I thought
years.
you had to do that. Maybe that was a long time ago now.
I don't know. I mean, you can, but like, no, like a lot of people do. They link up. And honest to God, if a chick like linked up her Instagram, I typically was like,
And the other thing that they ask on the show a couple of times in the later episodes, when they're in the pods, how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to know, and it's mostly the guys who want to know
kind of
because
crazy. They want if the less the better, right?
if you got 5,000,
it's over. Yeah, for sure.
Thumbs down.
100%.
Thumbs
man,
down.
100%.
Why do you have 5,000?
I couldn't like. I mean, I guess like there's some people fine. I get it. Like if you did a lot of shit and you made a lot of relationships and friends and blah blah blah.
Sure.
I guess I get it.
Sure.
But like.
If I go on your profile and it's all bikini
if you got
pics,
like 40,000 followers, something like that,
man.
why would I want? I don't want anything. It's just stress.
Yeah.
I don't need to deal with fucking that. Like,
It's just
I don't need
stress.
it. I'm like, yeah, go fucking date one of your 40,000 guys. I don't give a fuck, or get rid of it. You want me, get rid of it.
Yeah.
See, and then they'll be like, I would love to see the emotional attachment to their Instagram profile versus like somebody in
I like
reality.
that. We got to
And
do
it-
that
like,
dating show. Where's that dating show? Delete your
it-
profile.
it's non-existent because nobody of like that value on Instagram will delete their profile.
No,
They
there's
care
no
about
way.
it. That's their
no
number
way.
one thing.
How many Instagram followers do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, 300 or something like that.
300? How many do I have? I have like less than 500 for sure.
I don't know. It typically is people
I have
that I know.
I have 526.
It's people that I know.
526. So
Right,
yeah,
like,
same. My friends,
I
people I've
don't-
met, hung out with.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it. And it's just like, oh, give me a follow. I'm like, whatever.
That's
sure.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You want to stay in
man.
touch with people?
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have Facebook. That's kind of like my Facebook now, I guess, which is shit. Because
Same
like,
thing.
typically don't even care about what
It's the same
anybody
thing.
posts,
It's the
right?
same
Like,
thing.
it's basically, I use like what I go on is the Explore page and I use the Messenger. Right?
Nice.
Like that's how I keep in touch with random people. And
What
shit
about
like that.
what about Marketplace?
Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, I like that. Even though I don't really use it, but like I have used it. I'm
I
like,
read
oh, this is actually
Marketplace.
kind of clutch.
I shop on Marketplace.
It's
all the
kind of
time.
clutch, man. There's some
I
good
never
shit
buy
on there.
anything, but I'll tell you. Breaking news here. I'm thinking about getting back into Pokemon cards.
It's an investment,
Yeah.
or are you going to play?
I'm not gonna play.
You just want to invest?
I could play though.
You might be late.
if I bought a couple decks.
You might be late.
You think?
Yeah, it's tough.
Is there a better place I was just talking to Phil and John about this. We were out for dinner last week.
I think if you're going to be fucking buying Pokemon cards, I think you kind of miss the boat.
You just buy like $5 worth of Pokemon cards every week and just don't even open them. Just put them somewhere.
Just for over time.
Yeah, just wait 10 years.
I know there is something to be said about that,
you know,
like especially with the investors mindset.
Just pop them in somewhere, $5. There's a store downtown. Your sister and I saw it the other day walking to get coffee on Sunday morning, and I'm like, man, I had no idea there's like this trading card place here. And so maybe I'll walk over there tomorrow. It's Saturday morning. Maybe I'll stroll down and get a coffee.
In Dundas?
Yeah, buy a booster pack.
Did you?
No, I'm going to tomorrow.
Right on.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. But maybe
well, I mean, there is something to be said because clearly now, like nowadays, everybody realizes the people that held shit. Like, dude, Bob's going to be in some fucking money.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. He's a collector.
Pokemon?
Well, just everything.
Everything.
Everything. He's a collector.
Is he a Funko Pop guy or whatever
know
those
what that
the
is.
fucking big head dolls?
Bobbleheads?
They're not bobbleheads. Their heads look like fists almost.
I don't know. Bob's got some wild shit.
Yeah.
Bob, but like his parents were collectors too, right? Like, well, Joel, I guess his dad. Like when we were younger, hanging out in his basement, like his whole like basically where the crown molding would go in your house. It was like Mad.
The figures.
It was Mad. No, Mad magazine. In frames, like around the whole fucking thing.
That's a good one.
Super dope, right? But it was like their era. It wasn't like maybe it was to make money, but I guarantee it was just to like have like a classic. You know, like that's like this is my childhood shit, right?
Man, I can't believe Mad TV used to be on the air on Saturday nights.
Great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Better than SNL.
Fuck, well, yeah, it was definitely fucking good.
For sure.
We used to watch that shit. But yeah, okay, it's just like there's something to be said about like, you know, maintaining some stuff from your childhood. Like if you can keep it in good shape. And Bob's got like boxes for like all his games and stuff like that.
I kind of want to start.
It's not a bad idea. Like you got fucking tons
like
of space down here. Fucking make it into
your sister won't mind.
No.
No.
But I like that shit. Like I like the vintage in that sense. Like I like typically enjoy being in a room like that.
Yeah.
Like it's nice, right? Like you like collections and stuff like that. I like seeing that. Yeah. I'm trying to just think of what I'd want to collect. I was thinking swords. but where would you get them? I don't know. What am I going to keep them? Like
it's such a hard place to break into because at least if you're buying like trading cards, like I don't know, Pokemon or Magic, or even like basketball, hockey. The binder is one thing, but at least then you know too, like. You can always buy like whatever pack Tops is releasing or Upper Deck is releasing. That's a quality pack to buy. You know what I mean? You buy that pack.
Or Upper Deck.
Yeah. You buy that pack and you just stash it.
Yep.
Put it in a binder. It's a quality name. No one's going to say like, oh man, you got scammed, blah, blah.
Dude, and there's like these like conventions where people go and they buy these packs, like unopened booster packs from like this era.
Yeah.
Right? And they just go and they're like, yeah, it's $40.
Go on YouTube and watch these guys go to these card shows. They're looking at barcodes to see like what era shit came out in.
Oh yeah. There's like people are fucking into it. Like I like that better. Like I like personally like trading cards and stuff like hockey cards and stuff, baseball or whatever. I like that better than like sneakerheads.
Yeah.
Right, like a sneaker collection to me, like
sneakers are tough,
but it doesn't impress me. Like really, it's just like, oh, cool, man.
Also hard to maintain.
Right, you got a room full of fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You need a showroom to fucking
maintain.
keep them, right? Like,
yeah.
But there's guys that go in it's like a gamble. Like here, you buy this pack, $40. You never know, you could have a fucking $1,000 card there, right? Yeah. Which I like that. The guy makes $40. The guy who takes the risk makes fucking no money, or he makes $1,000. It's kind of a cool. Like regardless, you're just making money for holding on to these packs.
I like the idea.
Maybe it's like you spent $3 on it back in the 90s, and now you're making like a 1,000% return on your investment.
I may walk down there tomorrow and just take a look through and just see what they got and just say, hey, look, man, like if I come through here every Saturday and buy a pack, like which one would you recommend that I buy for like long term
holding power? Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Like I don't hate the idea either. I'm saying, I'm looking for a new hobby.
I'm always thinking about like, what do I spend on coffee every week, and could I spend that money more wisely
on cards?
More wisely,
I guess.
More wisely.
It's so funny because I get what you're saying, but like, imagine you said that to your dad. What would he say? He's like, you're a fucking idiot.
I think now he would get it.
You think?
I think 15 years ago he wouldn't. Your dad would fucking get it for sure. He would still call you an idiot, but if you talk to him over a beer about it, he'd be like, yeah, you're probably right. $10 a week, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Well, you're only an idiot until you're not an idiot, right? Like, and then you're like, that was a good idea.
That's always the case.
I know.
Do you have any closing comments here?
Nope.
No? Who you playing hockey tonight?
Who? Yeah. Red team. Playoffs next week, baby.
What's the line?
The line?
Yeah.
The over-under?
Yeah. You guys -1.
I think the over-under in the game is going to be about 11 goals.
11 goals?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. Big,
Who's the favorite?
Game. A blue team.
You guys?
Oh yeah.
What's the
We're solidified in third.
what's the spread? Over under. You guys are gonna win by, let's say, are you like minus 1.5 point?
Well, we
favorites?
had six.
favorites?
We had four guys last week.
Yeah.
We had to sub 2 guys. We got 2 guys from the guys that played the late game.
Yeah.
And we tied 6-6.
Okay.
So we're in good shape.
Goalie's just really a turnstile in that league, eh?
If you have a bad goalie, which like that league, the good goalie is whatever. There's one like decent goalie in the league.
There's no good goalies in
There's
that
one
league.
decent goalie in the league.
Okay.
The games are typically like 9-8.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be whatever. It's a fun league. The players are good. The goalies are tough.
What are you gonna win by? What's the line?
I think we're gonna win like 8-2.
Okay, Mike's team minus 5.5. Get it on ProLine. Check out our promo code 2W1B on FanDuel. Okay.
No, Pro Line, but you got to go to the convenience store to buy it.
That's right. We'll see you next week.